This is Steve from Boxing UK in association with Supreme CBD. Here in Newcastle, Ben Davison, we meet again.
Again, you always track me down, didn't you?
Last time we spoke, Ben, was after Lee Wood, Michael Conlan. Obviously circumstances at the time dictated that couldn't celebrate too much. Thankfully now Michael's okay. Can you look back on that with a greater sense of achievement?
Yeah, for sure. You know, it was an amazing fight, an amazing display from both guys of everything that boxing has to offer. So extremely proud. Yeah, amazing. You know, certainly one of the highlights of my coaching career.
We saw the jubilation in that last round when you jumped into the ring. You know, that initial "we've done it." What did it mean to you as a coach? Because you said afterwards that Eddie had said he needs to knock him out. You went into that last round and he did exactly that.
Yeah, it means to me, like my whole passion is helping lads achieve their dreams, and you know, Lee's gone on above and beyond to achieve his dreams. You know, there was a point in his career, you know, I know that he thought he might not win a British title after the defeat to Jazza. But not only has he gone to done that, he's eclipsed it. And you know, to be in that situation, the reality is this, you know, Mick Conlan was put in a position he was supposed to go and take that title off of Lee Wood. It was supposed to be a comfortable night's work for him and become a world champion from that. And the work that Lee Wood's put in, not just since he's joined us, but throughout his whole career, from a boy from the moment he started boxing, paid dividends. And I said that in the press conference, that for both guys, every blood, sweat and tear they've ever shed boils down to this moment. And you know, it just meant absolutely everything to me, because it meant everything to Lee Wood.
Good man. Michael Conlan's already spoken about the rematch. Lee Wood wants the City Ground. Is it written in the stars? That's next? Conlan at the City Ground?
No, it's not written in the stars that Conlan rematch will happen at the City Ground. Certainly not. That was a mandatory defence.
Plus there's Warrington, Kiko, Martinez, isn't it, this weekend?
Sure, Lee Wood wants to move on to bigger and better things. It's, you know, like I said, things were manoeuvred and put in place for Conlan to supposed to come and win that title, and Lee Wood come out victorious, and it's Lee Wood's priority to move on further and move on forward, and that's what he'll be doing.
Good man. As we say, Ben, we're here in Newcastle. You've got two of the hottest prospects in North East boxing up there. No pressure, but Sam Jones said Mark Dickinson's probably the best prospect that there is. And was it you who said that Pat McCormack's a world champion now?
Pat McCormack looks like a world champion in the gym now. Obviously that has to transcend into the fight. This is his first time boxing in a professional environment. And to be honest with you, I think the better the opponent, the better Pat will look. He's not used to fighting guys that come in to get through the fight, and as negative as this opponent may be. But for me, you know, I'd like to see him move relatively quickly, or at least in with guys that are coming to win. To see the best of Pat McCormack, but both guys certainly are not just the best prospects in the North East, not just the best prospects in the country, but two of the best prospects in the world.
What's the transition from amateur to professional, Ben? Your job as a coach, what would you say is the major 2 or 3 differences?
Depends on the style, you know. You're making adjustments from a sprint to a marathon to a degree. And of course, you know, the more time you have to set things up, to be patient, to establish things and build off them and go back to them, and you have a little bit more time to think. Only very rarely is it you see the very, 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 very best amateurs, Andy Cruz, Lomachenko, those guys are able to process the information and go through certain things at such a high pace in the amateurs, and that's why they're obviously standout amateurs. But it takes time to make that adjustment into the professional ranks, but Pat has done that extremely well, extraordinarily well.
Can you just talk to us about the 2 fights at the weekend? Mark Dickinson and Pat McCormack, about the opponents and what fans can expect style-wise? Yeah,
Mark's boxing a guy, 11 wins, 8 knockouts, 4 losses and 2 or 3 draws. So it's someone who comes to win, something that I think is important for the development of the boxer. But it's a style match-up that suits Mark to practice things that he's been working on in the gym, and an opportunity for him to show his class. Pat McCormack boxing Danny Mendoza, 6 wins, 4 knockouts, 7 losses and a couple of draws, I think. you know, I think that, as I said before, it would be better putting in live opponents that are coming to win, more experienced professionals. And at the very beginning I didn't think this, but now I think the more rounds as well will suit Pat. So, you know, it's not about making a judgment now, but in a few fights time when he's doing 8s, 10s and 12 rounders, then you'll really see the class of Pat.
And keep your own winning streak going, Ben.
God willing.
Can I ask you on that? And we were just talking a little bit off camera there. It's quite some time since you've lost, and yet you get arguably as much stick than any British trainer. And the one that, and it's not me, but the one that you get chucked at all the time is Boxercise, Ben. And you get dog's abuse for your hair, for your training, for God knows what. Does it not get to you? Because you must see that, mate. And some of it's pretty nasty.
I don't see loads of it. I don't look at it and things. I'm sure if I did, of course, it probably would. But the reality is, we get results, and the boxers, you know, our Tom, Dick, and Harry making a judgment on, you know, coaching that they've never seen us do, and things like that.
But why do you think you attract that? Because there's probably more controversial, less successful trainers.
Probably certain things I say or have said probably annoys people, and then they take it personal, and then their judgment is made off of what their opinion is of me as a person. But it is part and parcel of the game, you know. Everybody gets criticised. It's just part and parcel of the game. You know, we do our job, our focus is our fighters, and we're successful in doing that. And I think that's the track record is proving that.
It is. Do you ever feel like firing back though? Do you ever read it on social media one night and think, I'm going to have a go at this guy?
Yeah, I say things sometimes tongue in cheek, you know, just to stir the pot.
Yeah.
But which of course puts more fuel to the fire. But listen, it boils them. But you know, we're that busy in the gym, we haven't got time to focus on what other people think or say or do, or you know, we're just focused on the work that we're doing. And as I say, God willing, you know, I'm sure at some point we're going to come across a loss, but you know, we keep getting the results, and that's the main thing.
And starting with two lads from up here, is the dream for you, Ben, to get these from the very, very start, develop them into world champions, and have a long, successful career with these lads?
Yeah,
because that would tick a few boxes for you, wouldn't it, as well, against the critics?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, of course, you know, that's wonderful. It's wonderful to do that. It's wonderful. We probably enjoy working with lads early on in their careers. We do with world champions. They're at a development point of their progress and careers, and they're so hungry to learn. It's a wonderful time to work with a fighter. And then, of course, you know, everything that's on the line when it comes to world title fights. So we enjoy all of it.
And as a local lad, Ben, I can't tell you how much it would mean up here if you can get a couple of more world champions for the North East, mate.
Oh, there's definitely some coming, definitely.
Good man. Ben Davison, I always appreciate the time. I'll leave you alone this weekend.